Your attention, please.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go!
How do you do? Mighty pleasant greeting.
When hinges creak in doorless chambers.
Space Mountain!
Yo ho, yo ho.
This here's the wildest ride in the wilderness!
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Yeah. What up, everybody? Welcome back, Mousetopia Ent.
29, episode 29.
We're
about to turn 30, so no one's gonna want to fuck us.
No. We getting old. Welcome back, guys, to the Mousetopia podcast. We're actually having some technical difficulties right now. Our camera's not working, so this is gonna be. I know the last episode was kind of weird.
Yeah, that's my fault.
And then this episode, the camera's being stupid. So hopefully, we're gonna make it up to you guys.
Yeah.
Episode 30 is gonna be.
We'll talk about that in a little bit, but yeah, no video for this one. And actually, you know what? This should be a pretty no frills episode.
Yeah.
Just because episode 30 is gonna be fucking nuts.
It's gonna be awesome. I'm excited for episode 30. We don't want to say too much because we want a lot of the things to be surprising.
Yeah.
I think we're excited about what's gonna happen. I don't know. I don't want to say nothing because we keep talking about it. It's just gonna be. No, I don't want to mess it up.
It'll be worth it. And again, just to be fair, I mean, we've been teasing for a while. It'll be our Halloween episode.
Exactly. It's gonna be our Halloween episode.
And it'll be all ready for you by Christmas Day.
Director, shut up. Director Isabel we actually have another idea for another episode. It'll be after Halloween. I'll let you guys know about it later.
Christmas episode.
I know, right? The Christmas episode. No, not the Christmas episode.
But even though this is a stripped down episode, we have some good stuff. We have a nice different perspective.
Different perspective.
I'm trying to get a different perspective.
A different perspective.
Yeah.
You were supposed to go second.
I'm supposed to go second?
Yeah.
Okay. A different perspective.
All right, let's just don't do this. Well, but we have that coming up in the next segment.
All right.
So what kind of talk we have right now? We have...
Well, you know what? We just went through the end of D23 a couple weeks ago.
A lot.
Well, actually, a week ago. I think it was. But I'm going to say something, though.
Yeah, you didn't introduce yourself.
Oh, shit.
Oh, we didn't introduce anybody.
There you guys. I have to tell you what to do.
Oh, my God.
Let's not kid ourselves. People who are listening right now,
they should already know who the fuck we are.
Any new listeners,
welcome.
Hey, welcome, guys.
They should know that I'm back, as I wasn't here the last.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's right.
Yes, they should know that I am back.
Because Stuffy took his job.
Yeah, thanks,
so
Stuffy.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
All right, I'm going to start out with my right, since this kid's already complaining right now. He is the one. He is the only. Eric Verny.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Verny.
Underscore Jintoki underscore.
There you go. And then also to my left, I got the one, the only, the Jedi Master, the one and only Jonah.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Fake British accent.
At fake British accent, spelled just like it's written.
And you got the man, the myth, the legend, the one that's bringing you the podcast with my buddies here today. Tony B.
Teardrop Tony.
Teardrop Tony.
Why not? What's the last four? Why not 0201?
Why not 061?
061.
But just find me on the Mousetopia Ent one. Mousetopia underscore Ent. You'll find us there on the Instagram. So. And you know what? Before we even get started, Eric Variant E has been helping the Instagram blow up with his muscles.
I'm glad you brought it up.
Jesus Christ.
So,
go ahead.
All right, so there's a post of Eric flexing, holding two Thor hammers.
Yes.
And Tony put it on our Instagram, and for some reason, it went viral.
It went viral.
It's getting up there.
I mean, it's not anything. It's not Kanye.
It's not 10,000, 20,000. It's going up there.
It's like, first I looked at it one time, it was like 87, and then they were tracking in real time. Now it's 100. Now it's 200. Now it's 300. And it occurred to me that it was trending on two fronts. One, Marvel. Two, buff Filipinos.
Buff Filipinos.
And then and then we started making jokes like, "Oh, we should start OnlyFans. Check this out. Yeah. Oh my God, we could ride this wave to the top of the charts." But then I was looking through the likes. All Persian men.
I know. I saw that.
Persian female though, but it's Persian men.
So I saw that. I'm like, huh? Okay, that's interesting.
We have a following.
Yeah, you know,
They're on Mousetopia. Mousetopia.
No. Eric.
Just variant.
He's painting on the side of a wall.
with
the hammers.
Yeah, with the ham flexing.
Oh my God.
He won't save us. No, but again, any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah,
I believe that. I believe that's how I mean.
Because I checked it today and it's already over 400. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
It's still
over 400.
going?
Yeah,
It's still
over
going.
400.
Dude, that's so
Literally,
funny.
when I open my phone every morning when I wake up, literally it's at least 15 or 16 likes.
I'm like,
and they just
okay.
kept coming and just kept going.
Because I was talking to Tony about like, is this your most post?
And it
ever?
is our most liked.
And then,
I mean,
he's
it's
like,
more likes I ever gotten. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's actually 442
So
right now.
it must be
Wow.
on either the favorites page or the reels.
Yeah.
Is it real?
It's unreal. It's unreal. But Eric was saying there's no hashtag or anything on it, so that's what's weird about it, that it's just blowing up without even a hashtag on it.
And you know what's funny? It's it got traction right.
But I think it's the song too, though. But I think it's the song too, because a lot of people like that song.
Yeah.
That like that. Right? Yeah, just keep rising. People love that one. Yeah, dude, he's blowing it up, man. I really appreciate Eric and his muscles right now blowing it up for the podcast.
I'll tell you what, though. When I first went to his place and I told him, like, "Hey, Tony, I got an idea. You know, do you think I can hold 2 Thor hammers and do this video?" And he's like,
that was pretty kind of weird. I thought it was
you want to
cheesy.
do it?
I thought it was cheesy.
Your marketing skills are bullshit.
But when he showed me this, I was like,
You're
in
right.
my word. In my word.
They're like, stop digging, you struck oil.
Yeah, let's do this. So I even have a position because I have. So we did it in my room, and we have 2 doors. One door goes to my restroom, one door goes to my closet. I had them both closed. I had them stand right symmetrically in the middle.
Yeah.
So it's 2 doors, one on each side. So he's just standing right there. I was like, perfect, go for it. And you know what made the video? And I think it was that very first take. The very first one made it. So I don't know, because what happens is, I guess we've used that filter before.
Yeah.
You just open your eyes a little bit and it just kind of flickered. So I think it caught his eye. So in the very beginning when it's that rip, that dun dun, it flashed like the lightning. I was like, oh, that's it, bro. And then at the very end, he just kind of went all the way. I was like, oh, hell yeah, it was perfect.
We have no other choice, Tony. What we gotta do is we have to recreate it with us.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
And see if we get the same amount. Oh, it's negative likes. I didn't know you could dislike reels.
Why are we getting unfollowers now? Why are people doing this to us?
Yeah.
All right. So
my
speaking
God.
of more pod talk, so we have a new logo. It should be. Well, it should have been up with last episode.
It should, yeah. Well, actually, yeah. It should be on the next episode.
But as of recording last episode, I hadn't shown you guys.
Right.
We did a special vlog.
Should be coming out soon, yes.
Yeah, that detailed, everything about it. But I'm actually wearing, and none of you can see it.
I know, you can see it.
I'll post it alongside this pod, but our Mousetopia logo T-shirt.
I love
Again,
it.
it's just the regular logo. I wasn't able to figure out a way to get the actual text there, but it's the logo of the 3 of us in the car.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I just made it myself, but you know what? I'll make it for you guys.
Which I'm excited. I would rock the hell out of that
honestly,
shirt.
if there's any listeners out there who would wear a Mousetopia T-shirt, let me know.
Let us know. You guys know who you are. We really appreciate it.
Right?
For free.
But here's the thing: if 50 people ask for a free one, I'll be like, "Hold on, what the fuck?"
Can you at least give us $5 or something, please? At least give us $5 to help you out.
I'll give it to Veronica.
Well, I do have a business, kind of an idea with you guys because, I want to let you guys know October 8th, our boy Ivan, who used to work at our place. Him and his wife. Well, his wife's really big on. I want to get her on the podcast. She's the one that creates those awesome headbands and the Mickey and the Disney headbands, right? So she's gonna actually hold not necessarily a convention. It's more of like a pop-up shop, but a big one in the city of Riverside, October 8th. 2022, 8 a.m.
I saw this.
More than 100 vendors, I think. She actually had to weed vendors out because she had too many people that were... And then she also had to weed them out because she didn't want to have the same replication of like, all headbands or all shirts or something. She wanted to have a variety of everything.
Own just like collection of Disney themed vendors, kind of like the off-market mouse that's
exactly,
coming up.
Exactly. And she wanted to host it in the Inland Empire because, well, she's from the Inland Empire, and we know that there's always probably one in Orange County. There's probably one in LA, but there's never one that's usually in the Inland Empire as big.
Right.
So it's going to be in, I believe it's La Sierra High School in the city of Riverside.
College or high school?
High school.
All right.
It's a big school though.
Yeah.
October 8th, right off of La Sierra Avenue in the city of Riverside after La Sierra 91. Well, we're not going to be able to do it, but I was thinking for the next one, if hopefully we can keep doing this, we can do a live stream from there.
That would be cool.
With a little like setup, cool. A little like booth and some speakers.
It would be cool if we took like the vlog. Go from booth to booth, pick up some stuff, review it. Oh, we like that fucking shirt. Let's bring that person over. So tell them why we make those shirts.
We can live stream for an hour or two, and then we can vlog while we're going around talking to the vendors and stuff like that.
October 8th, I'll be predisposed. But if they ever throw it up again, I'm there.
Mm-hmm. Next time we know that way we can actually do it from there. That would be pretty badass. Yeah. I think that would be so cool. So,
and we get a lot of groundswell in terms of so what's this? A pod about Disney? I've heard 1,000 pods about Disney. Yeah, but you ever see one with a muscular Filipino?
Two Filipinos and a Mexican?
Hold your hammers up, Eric.
You see their freaking guns of steel? You see those? Did you see a Disney podcast that cusses? Motherfucker?
Yeah.
See what you did? See what you did, Tony?
You listen to a Disney podcast where we talk about She-Hulk's boobs? Well, we're saving that for the next segment.
Yeah, we'll save it for the next one.
All right, what else we got? All right, so Disney D20. Well, okay, so
we're actually saving a little bit because we didn't even talk about anything that happened at Comic-Con. And we have everything that happened at D23 recently.
There's just so much.
There is a lot.
There's a lot.
I know that we're breaking format in terms of Disney, Marvel, Star Wars stuff because there was just so much that came out.
There is a lot. So we will just kind of cover some of the favorites that we liked. Of course, we'll break down a little bit of the MCU and kind of like how the timeline went and how it's going and where it's going. And then we'll go from there. Before we get started, actually, I come bearing gifts.
All right, back to the old
there
gifts.
You go.
So before we get started, I bought these for Eric, but Eric wanted to share with us.
Okay.
So
I already know because I asked him.
Director Isabel and I went to Ensenada for a weekend.
I saw that.
Okay.
Nice.
And we had some good dinner at a place called Primavera. It's a big steak.
Saw your damn
pretty
post.
Good. Pretty yummy. Great food.
It's always terrible when you open up those posts in the middle of the night. I'm like, fucking Tony.
Yeah.
So Eric, I bought these snacks for Eric last time. We really liked them. I know they sell them here, I think, now, but these are Mexican Cheetos, but they're called bolitas. I'll have Eric.
I know what those are.
So,
hey, I bought this from they had them at the 7-Eleven on Covina Boulevard near work. And then I killed the bag, and I went back like the next week to buy them again. They were gone.
So now I know. Next time I go, because we're going to go back to Ensenada, I'm going to bring you a few bags. So feel free to put them in the bowl.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So, speaking of Director Isabel, we were in line across the border. Okay? So we're like, oh man, like, okay, we're trying to find ways because, FYI, we were talking about, Walt Disney World. Oh, that's a good one. Ooh, that's a good ASMR. I like that.
Some people pay for this shit.
I know, right? You guys are getting it for free.
Hashtag mestizo.
I love that shit.
All right, sorry, back to
no worries. So FYI with you, because when we were telling you, we're planning on going to Walt Disney World in October of next year. Mm-hmm. So we were looking at different ideas of okay, how do we save money? So we were driving back in the border. The border has so many artisanal things that you can buy on the way back. So as soon as she saw it first, and she said, Jonas. And I'm like, what do you mean Jonas?
We'll sell Jonas at the border.
And I said, what? She's all, So I bring you, sir, a ceramic.
Oh my god!
Piggy bank of Grogu holding the bowl.
That's nice.
So it's an iconic icon of Grogu holding the bowl.
And this is legit.
Legit made in Mexico.
God. Oh man.
So we're looking at that, and we got that for you, my friend. So there you go. So I know,
this is
adding
so
to your
cool.
collection of Grogu's.
This is amazing. I'm taking a picture of guys. Sorry.
I want to let you know something. I got one for me too. I got one for myself too.
Thank you,
But that's-
Director Isabel. Thank you, Teardrop.
All right.
But that's how you know that it's one of a kind because they're
Right.
not
I
the
want
same.
to. I want to keep it
Yeah,
in the plastic.
because Eric saw
Yeah.
the one that I have, and it's a
Yeah.
little bit different than yours.
Yeah,
so they're all different.
Love
They're all.
this, man.
Do you know
This is
that?
so good.
It's so good,
They're
right?
made by hand, I guess.
So we ended up buying 3. We ended up buying a Mickey.
Yeah.
And then another Grogu. So the Mickey's gonna be we're gonna put our money in for Walt Disney World.
Oh, that's the kind
And
of cool.
then
Wait,
the-
is it legit? Like it won't? You have to crack it open to.
I was
to save
thinking
it?
there's gotta be a way
Yeah.
that you can like drill maybe a hole in the bottom
No,
or something.
I think that's kind of the point, though. You know?
Right. I think
You
it's not, it feels better when you know.
It has to be that legitimate. Like we're gonna crack something open, and then there's $5,000. You know?
That makes sense. I know it's kind of tough though.
So when you decide to open it, let me know and I'll smash it on your head.
no, he'll squeeze it between his thighs.
Go work out somewhere. Are you taking some lean? What's it called? What those guys take? What is it called? What do they work out with?
Mean and lean? What?
Was it lean? No, it's not lean. What's it called?
You're talking about like the steroids, right?
Yeah, what's it called?
Trend.
There you go. I'm all lean. Go take your trend.
Okay.
That's all Buck
I'm gonna
pissed
find-
off over here. What an asshole.
Up. Hey, Diggs.
I'm sorry. I got a hookup. Okay.
Shout out,
Oh my
Diggs.
god.
We're talking about friends who are very muscular.
Very much.
So, speaking of Disney World, at D23, they had the statue of Walt kicking it. Did you see that? It's supposed
That
to be in
was
front of
beautiful.
it's just him
Gold
like,
statue.
It's just him like kneeling like gangster style, and then I want. Well, okay, so I'm going there in November. I don't think it's gonna be there by the time. It should be there by the time you go.
Oh, right on.
Where you could just hang out. You could just sneak in like a 40. So you're kicking it with Walt Disney. Right in front of
Still a beer from one of the restaurants, right?
Yeah. Give him a cigarette. I mean, I'm serious. If that's close enough for people to sit next to it, everyone's gonna fuck with it.
Oh, I know. I
Not in a bad way, but they're gonna be like, "Oh, here's a woman putting her boobs on Walt Disney's head. Here's this guy."
Did they
teabagging
say where
Walt
they're gonna
Disney."
set it up?
I just know that, like at D23, they set it up. Well, the background was Spaceship Earth, so maybe in that general vicinity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The idea is that they're gonna position him so he's viewing Epcot.
Oh, okay.
Because Epcot, like,
That was gonna be his baby. I mean, that's
that
his
was
baby.
what he cared
That's
about
what
the
he,
most.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What else? the movies. All right. There's first off.
Do you want to start with the MCU?
All right, we'll start with MCU and then we'll lead off into the second segment with our
right.
special, with our different perspective.
Perfect.
All
Okay.
right, but
So we know that we're still finishing off Phase 4. Phase 4 will finish off with Black Panther. Wakanda Forever. So then starting out, well, actually we're still going through She-Hulk, still going through it right now. So starting with Phase 5, you'll be starting February 17th of 2023. Will come in, which I already knew. We knew about this one, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
and I can't wait for that one.
So Kang is definitely going to be in that one, from what we know. They were shown a preview about it, and I guess there's a conversation. Yeah,
Okay.
a conversation between Kang and Ant-Man, and I heard that was a pretty deep conversation. He's all like, "Yeah, Ant-Man's all like, hey, I'm an Avenger." He's all, "Have I killed you before?" You know what I mean?
Because that's kind of a good. Well, okay. So Ant-Man, I love Ant-Man, but he's not. And it's by design. He's not a formidable Avenger.
Right.
And that's someone that you take seriously, someone that you fear. He's effective.
Right, exactly.
And he's done great stuff. But then to put him up against Kang, who's supposed to be the big bad guy of that next phase, and that's literally the exact response you'd want from Kang. Did I kill you before?
Did I have you killed you before? From what we know from Kang is, multiverse. He's
So he may have possibly killed them.
yeah,
in one of these
sometime
Earth-
before.
Yeah.
And I heard that there's a preview of his daughter, Stature, that might be coming out. So just throwing it out there. So that's what I heard that was part of that.
What's next on the docket?
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
So that's the one that I.
May 5th.
That's what I want the most. It's what I wanted to see from D23. I wanted to see a trailer. I actually, and this is some sad fucking shit, but then when they leaked footage of the trailer before, someone was able to get like a 3-second clip of the bottom of fucking Rocket's face or something, and then I was like watching it over and over again to see what I get from that 3-second clip. I was reading reviews of it. I know the song that plays in the trailer is one of my favorite songs of all time. It's called "Do You Realize" by the Flaming Lips, and man, I really want to watch that. Not even the movie. I want to watch the trailer.
Right. I heard it's going to be like a traditional, but it's a tearjerker too. Yeah. So I'm like, man, because we're not gonna. I mean, from what I know, we might not see a lot of people that might not come back. So we don't know. We'll see what happens on that one. No. I know most of the Guardians,
and James Gunn is definitely leaving. Right?
Yeah, after this one,
he's gonna go to the dark side.
I think he's gonna go to the DC side.
Dude, I still haven't seen Peacemaker, but I heard real great things.
You have to.
I love Suicide Squad.
Oh, you did? Okay. Yeah, then you're gonna love Peacemaker.
My friend's been telling me like little bits of it, but I got it. I'll get on that soon. I know I'm having a great ass time.
So now we're going to the first Marvel show coming to DC Plus or Disney Plus. DC Plus, you got that shit in my head. Secret Invasion, spring of 2023.
Yeah.
So another one that I heard there was a clip for it at D23. They had
they have the trailer.
Rhodey and they have the trailer now. They had a conversation between Rhodey and freaking Nick Fury. Thank you. We couldn't think about it right now.
Yeah. Haggard ass Nick Fury with a fisherman hat.
I know, right? He's been like in a boat for a while already.
Yeah. So this is where what Captain Marvel was building up to.
Yeah.
All right. So it's all Krull.
Well, yeah, I think so too. Yeah. I think eventually.
Skrulls.
Skrulls.
You know what? Someone I know made that mistake, and I got on their ass for it. Who was it? But I remember it was like. Oh wait, no, it was Herbert from work.
Oh, he kept saying
he called them Krulls. I was like, Skrulls, you poser! Sorry, Herbert.
Kind of like when he kept calling Electrode, and I'm like, it's
whatever, man.
Spider-Man. All right, so then it's a show about the Skrull invasion.
Yeah, Skrull invasion.
So that'll probably lead into Fantastic Four.
Yes, because I'm thinking that the big bad is gonna be the Super Skrull.
But you know what? It doesn't lead into Fantastic Four right away.
Well,
we're working there.
We got to, because whenever I think Skrull, I think
Fantastic Four. Exactly.
So we're going to the next show. Actually, is it a movie? No, I think it's a movie.
I don't know.
No, it is a movie. It is a movie.
Like I don't know the difference between the shows and the movies anymore.
Echo is summer of 2023. Mm-hmm. Did you happen to? I think you did. Hawkeye.
Yeah.
You saw Hawkeye?
I know. I haven't.
You have not?
I have not seen Hawkeye.
I've seen, or I've read the plot. I haven't.
So Echo will continue her story from the moment that we leave off with her in the end of Hawkeye. I don't want to ruin it for you.
Go ahead, ruin it for me.
Sure?
I don't give a fuck.
But it's part of the comic book.
It's okay.
So Echo, and spoiler for you guys who haven't seen Hawkeye, and we leave with the cliffhanger of her shooting Wilson Fisk in the face, pretty much, at the end of the show.
Is it the same Wilson Fisk that was in the Daredevil shows? Mm-hmm. Fucking, what's his name? Vincent D'Onofrio?
Yeah, Kingpin.
Nice.
So, in the comic book, she does shoot him in the face, but he doesn't die. He actually just, you see him bandaged up and he comes back. So, and we'll get back to that later, hopefully. We will talk about that later.
But this is her own show.
Her own show. What you guys don't know about Echo is called Echo because they call her that. She cannot hear, but she's a trained assassin fighter, badass chick that just kicks ass. So that's Echo.
She's the reverse Daredevil.
Pretty much, yeah. And she's been in Daredevil comics, so I mean, she's another,
You can hear, I can't see. We're a perfect team.
Perfect team, baby.
Now, there was actually a movie a long time ago with Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder called Hear No Evil, See No Evil.
Oh, yeah.
About a blind guy and a deaf guy trying to solve crimes.
Yeah. Pretty much like
that. Stealing their ideas from Richard Pryor. Fuck you, Marvel. All right, what else next?
So this is the movie, The Marvels.
Yeah.
So
this is gonna be fun.
I think it's gonna be a fun take. Fun. All three of them: Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, and you know what's funny? I forgot her freaking name.
Who?
Marvel.
No. Well, I think they call her Photon, but it's the little black girl that became in WandaVision.
Maria Rambeau's daughter.
Thank you.
Yeah. Someone with a C,
Monica
right?
Rambeau. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We got sorry. We sound terrible right now.
Yeah, I know. We
don't care about female superheroes.
No, we don't. Come on, you got to kill him off like Wanda. Jeez.
This is a movie.
Cancel
A movie.
these two. Don't cancel me, guys. I didn't see shit.
All right, then we go back to the show. Loki season 2, summer of 2023.
Okay.
So wait, like the way Loki ended before, it has nothing to do with well, okay, no, it has to do. All right. So he went to. I mean, it wasn't. We didn't call him Kang, but he went to Kang. Fucked things up, killed Kang, came back. Worlds change. So did he create another timeline? That's.
We don't know. I think so.
See,
I think so.
And then, or is it the events of Phase 4 Quantumania takes place? Oh, goddamn!
We don't know.
Multiverses. The end.
That's a confusing part
I just
about
know
like the
I
multiverse.
loved Loki. It was a great show.
Yeah.
But I guess it's cool that it exists in its own thing.
Yeah.
That way they can do whatever the hell they want.
Right.
It doesn't affect. It doesn't affect the actual Marvel world.
The big continuity of the bigger picture.
Until it does.
But it did though, because now we know who Kang is and what happened to the multiverse.
Yeah.
Oh, and then we go into the fall, and the fall is when we start to heat things up a little bit. Blade, November 3rd, 2023, which I think is going to be badass.
We got a little taste of Blade at the end of Eternals. Just his voice. We knew it was him. And then that was Black Knight too, right?
Yes.
So does he have anything going for him?
I don't. He has to come out in something.
These are all fucking Midnight Suns? Sons of Midnight?
Midnight Suns.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be a show.
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
hope so, but they haven't said anything yet.
They wouldn't do that to Blade.
Yeah.
Blade's a flat out movie.
Yeah, it's a movie.
Yeah.
Masaraha Ali?
Masaraha Ali or something like that.
Masaraha.
Whatever he said.
Canceled. I'm sorry.
Mousetopia, done. We're not following you guys no more.
That woman was.
Carlos. I destroyed Mousetopia from the inside.
I knew it.
Throne inability to pronounce names.
Let's see. Next one coming up, Ironheart, fall of 2023.
There we go. That's going to be great.
So we know that Riri Williams is going to come out on Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. We've seen her in the preview. We've seen her hammering out a hammer out of iron. Don't know too much about it. I'm hoping, and I think we can all hope, that just like, for me, the comic book, because I read a little bit of Ironheart once I learned about it, was the AI that she makes in the suit is Tony Stark.
That's so cool. So there's still like room for Robert
Tony
Downey
to come
Jr.
back.
Yeah.
And it's that. What do you think? Well, I heard a little sigh in there. You didn't like that?
No, I don't know. I think he
think
had a perfect ending. That's why I don't know.
But he would be an AI in a sense. He wouldn't necessarily tell her what to do. He'd just be an AI.
It would be a nice little callback, I guess. And then he makes self-referential jokes like, well, I'm not really Tony Stark, I'm dead.
Yeah.
You know, I have all his memories.
Yeah. Do you think they would have to bring Robert Downey Jr. back?
I would hope so.
Or they would hire somebody who sounds like. Yeah.
I'll tell you this: Robert Downey Jr. He could record it from his toilet on an iPhone 14, and they're like, "Here's $1 million. Thank you for that." Okay. All right. Anyways, what's her name again? Lily Williams. No, Riri. Okay. All right. Easy money.
I like that. Then this one was right out. I didn't know this one was coming. Agatha, Coven of Chaos.
That's
winter of 2023.
Agatha stole all our hearts.
Yeah,
I mean, she was the greatest part of that fucking show.
Oh yeah, I love that. I loved her on that show, dude. That's gonna be a gas.
But then this is a prequel, though.
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe Agatha was cool because of the nature of her character on that show. She's a sneaky bitch.
Yeah.
So if this is like, here's how Agatha suffered as a child and how she used her witchcraft to save herself, I'm not going to care about that.
Yeah.
I want to see her being dirty.
Yeah, I want to see her use her dark magic.
So that was before the Darkhold, you think, or
that's what I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't know. That's out there, man.
Yeah.
Then we go back into summer of 2024.
Dang.
Oh my gosh.
Captain America: New World Order.
So that's a movie.
It's a
And
movie.
it'll be Sam Wilson's first movie as Captain America.
That's true. That's own standalone film. I mean, I heard rumors about where it might go and what storyline might be. I mean, I heard it's just a fallout of him being Captain America and being a black Captain America. You know,
I kind of got that in the show.
Exactly.
Just for that, and it kind of resolved itself in that last episode. I don't care, I'm black, I'm Captain America.
Exactly.
Accept it.
Accept
and then
it.
also, here's the real first Captain America, and then he had that museum exhibit. Now, if it's just another 2 hours of that,
But I heard he's coming back too. Isaiah Bradley. So he might be reprising a role and they're maybe actually fighting too, who never knows.
His mentor? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then we get to the part where friggin' El Guapo and Eric gonna be making their own show.
They're gonna just pull up their dicks in the movie theater.
So when they talked about
Show.
yeah, so when they talked about Echo, Vincent D'Onofrio came out, and then he said, "Oh, what about my show?" And then we heard Charlie Cox. Somebody talking about my show. Daredevil, Born Again, spring of 2024.
All right, switch.
It's going back to the Netflix format of 22 episodes. So it's going to be a long season, which is good though because.
But a couple things. It is a brand new show. It's not a continuation.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to ask. So this is not the same character from the Netflix show.
Or are they trying to play it off as a multiverse in the sense that we know we were getting another Daredevil from another place?
I just know that the original show was super violent.
Yes.
So
it was.
Is that going to translate well to Disney, or Disney will be like, you know what, I know you want it violent.
I think they're going to tone it down. I think
I hope not.
Yeah. I think,
did you ever have a chance to watch it?
I watched a couple episodes.
I watched the first season. It was okay. I liked it.
I watched the whole season. All of them.
All of them.
It's funny because I watched the other Netflix Marvel shows like Jessica Jones. I even watched fucking Iron Fist.
Iron Fist.
I regret it. Luke Cage. But I didn't finish Daredevil. It didn't. I don't know if it was because there was too much. Where I was like, that's I don't want to catch up on that. But yeah, so now I guess Born Again gives me a chance to start over fresh.
Out of all the Netflix Marvel shows, which one was your favorite?
Well, I really love Jessica Jones, but that was less a superhero story, more just like a post-traumatic stress disorder story.
Yeah, exactly. And then, to be honest with you, the villain, which I forgot his
Mr.
name.
Purple was it Iron? Well,
No. He's
Purple Lockhart, Clark.
I forgot what his name is.
I don't know.
But
he was
a pretty decent villain. He's a pretty decent villain.
But then I'm just
watch
looking.
it.
I'm
The
just
control and manipulation and how he can tell people
it was all just a metaphor for a shitty ex-boyfriend. But then again, I really like that. I didn't care that she was strong. I cared that she was getting over her ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, and the trauma that the ex-boyfriend put on her. That was a lot of big PTSD deal right there.
But back to Daredevil, like if this is a fresh start and I jump in from day one, then maybe I will see why Daredevil is so great. Or maybe I won't.
And then also changing of the color of the suit from what I heard too. It's
yellow.
more of the yellow.
Well, yellow is the
Yellow.
original color.
Yeah.
So that's why it's a return to form.
Yeah. Born again.
Go to Born Again.
But he's going to show up on. There's already teasers of him showing up on She-Hulk.
And She-Hulk.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
Uh-huh.
We'll see.
I'm
We'll see
thinking
on
it's going to
that
be
one.
probably the last episode.
Probably the last
Yeah,
episode.
they're saving that.
Let's save that one for later.
It's you.
Let's put that one in our back pocket.
I was born again. See you in 2 years.
You see She-Hulk look at the TV like, yeah.
She turns to the camera.
Yeah, guys, he's back. And then let's close out Phase 5 with what Eric is really happy about. Thunderbolts, July 26th of 2024.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, this came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it did come out of nowhere.
Let's take all the
rumors. I heard rumors.
Let's take all those villains that are kind of heroes and put them together.
So they're like basically the Suicide Squad.
Yep. Exactly.
Suicide
Squad
Marvel. Yeah.
Without the suicide.
The Suicide.
Well, I mean, so they're legitimately the Suicide Squad because you could die by going on
But
this
you know,
mission.
the one that caught me up, the character that came after was Red Guardian. I didn't think he was going to come back.
I mean,
So Red Guardian, which is played by
David Harbour.
Thank you.
Yeah.
From all we all know from Stranger Things.
That show sucks.
Plus Elena.
But I beat you down. Fool. That last season was really good.
Hey man, no, get out of my house.
I watched the first season.
Just keep going.
Yeah,
It's
I
great.
watched the first season. You know what? I wasn't impressed.
You keep going, and then you keep getting weirded out by these kids growing up. We talked about this on last episode.
Yes, we did.
Oh, you guys did?
We
yeah, we talked about how weird it is seeing them grow up.
When
look-
Stuffy was here?
Yeah.
When Stuffy took my job.
Yes.
Restaurants are firing us because future people.
Took your job.
But then, yeah, just a team of all the pseudo villains from almost every movie.
Pretty much, yeah.
Bucky, what's his name? Fucking phasing woman from. What's her name? Ghost.
Ghost?
Yeah, Ghost. Yeah. Ghost.
So that'll be fun.
A lot of people were thinking that Abomination was going to come out in it. But
I think so.
But then maybe they're teasing them for later. Maybe they're just holding them back.
Yeah, they just don't want to show them yet.
Yeah, they don't want to ruin what's going on in
the
She-Hulk
show,
and whatnot. Yeah,
So
I got it.
we have a full fucking plate for the next 2 years.
Well, that's not even done yet
Oh,
because
man.
we're going to Phase 6 now, and they just teased the biggest ones that are coming to Phase 6. So we're gonna get back to the one that Jonas was talking about. November 8th of 2024, Fantastic Four.
All right.
So 2 years from now, we're 2 years away from Fantastic Four right now.
And we're still wondering if it's going to still be the Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Office.
Yeah, Mr. Office.
I doubt it. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think it's going to be him.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's when
Yeah.
they're finally going to pull out Brad Pitt. Yeah, because like
Reed Richards. Now these are the big ones. These are the ones that everybody's waiting for. May 2nd, 2025. All right, so 3 summers from
I don't
now.
even know if I'm be alive by then.
I know, we never know.
It's not the smoking. I quit smoking.
Just get that fucking movie out.
All right.
Avengers, the Kang Dynasty.
So this is the culmination.
The culmination of the Kang. Well, we don't know yet. because
3
there's something
years?
else after
I
that.
know.
3 years. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Followed by, which I think might change because I think they had the same problem with Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. Originally, they were supposed to come out the same year, and they spread it out from one year to the other. So, Avengers Kang Dynasty, May 22nd. November 7th of the same year, Avengers Secret Wars.
Wow.
So, 2 big Avenger movies in the same year. I have a feeling they're going to probably spread it out like they did last time.
Yeah.
It just seems like it's a lot.
Could it just be like, again, was Endgame and Infinity War a year apart?
Yeah,
They were a year
Really?
apart.
When they announced them at Comic-Con, they announced them they're going to come out in the same year, and then eventually they said, "No, fuck that. We need to spread it open."
Yeah.
That's why they filled in with Captain Marvel in the middle of it, and all that, and Wasp was in between that section. I don't know if it was something. Yeah, so that's how they did. So I have a feeling they're going to do the same thing with these movies.
So once again, we're talking about just everything you just read. Hundreds of hours.
a lot more hours.
of content. If in the end we're sitting there in the middle of Secret Wars and everything's paying off just like it did for Endgame, then it'll all be worth it.
It'll all be worth it.
If I'm seeing that movie theater and saying I can't believe I watched fucking all of Miss Marvel's, or I can't believe I watched all of Secret Wars.
I don't think we're gonna have the same exact reactions as we did with Endgame because that's like the biggest payoff
But yeah,
ever.
we talked
And they
about
still
it.
get the payoff.
Yeah.
But we talked about it a couple pods ago where it's
Yeah.
like we have to redefine our expectations.
Yeah, exactly.
We have to take us out.
And I was just bringing it up. I was just bringing it up right now. I just saw again Thor: Love and Thunder, and it just got a little bit better for me.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, like
for a second viewing.
Yeah, actually the more of a third viewing now. Like I've seen it a couple times, and it seems like it's building up on me now. The laughter, I'm catching different things now. Like so it isn't as bad as I thought it was. It's still funny, and like I said, we have to take that stroll of this isn't. I mean, like how we took the first movies, like of the Infinity Saga. Just take it as it is. Enjoy yourself. Have fun with the movie. Great music. Great soundtrack. A lot of comedy that I thought, maybe at first I was expecting. Like I said, you're expecting something, and then I didn't catch the funniness. But it was like now you see like how Star-Lord was kind of directing Thor to what to say, like, you know, and he's like, here it comes. That's when he takes off the robe and he gets into it. Like, it's funny, like, that stuff's like, now I'm looking at it in a deeper sense. I like it. I love
that means that Eric has to watch it again.
Oh, you know what? Oh, okay.
That's what happened with me in Eternals. Eternals, the more I watched it, the more I started to like it.
Yeah.
You know?
Good thing I didn't get to influence you this time. Like multiverse of what a dick! I know.
Yeah.
I still feel bad about that one. That wasn't my intention at all.
I still want Swanee to watch it, but I think if I watch that one again, I'll hate it more.
Which one?
Multiverse of Madness.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'll have the exact same feeling.
Yeah.
But all right, so we're moving forward.
One more thing related to Avengers and all that stuff. California Adventures getting a new ride.
Oh shoot!
Yeah,
What is
they're
it?
getting
What
the
is it?
Avengers ride.
Oh.
And I knew that. I mean, but this is the thing.
And they're gonna have Thanos.
They
over
had
there,
announced it, but now they think they changed it to now. So we're getting the version called King Thanos.
King Thanos.
King Thanos is actually the version that actually beat the Avengers.
I was just at Hank Pym's with my family. We're just eating dinner one night, and I looked across where the Quinjet is, and
Yeah.
I said, I wonder what ride that's gonna be. And now we know it's just gonna be fucking Star Tours in a Quinjet.
Well, this is the thing.
which is
I
awesome.
heard it was supposed to be even better. So
Better?
It was supposed to go. Okay, so it was supposed to be like this. You go in through those doors. So they were eventually going to be doors that you go in through. So we're in the hangar of the Quinjets. All right. So there's a hangar that's
Plural,
inside, right? So we go into a Quinjet, almost like Pirates, but it's a combination of ride vehicle with a harness.
Oh,
so when we get
Harry
into
Potter, like the Harry Potter ride.
almost like Soaring Over California.
Yeah, but
Or like the Flight of Passage.
Yeah.
So you're riding and all of a sudden, oh shit, Quinjet's going down, eject, you get out, and you start fighting while you're flying against all these things.
that sounds very, very ambitious. Are you sure it's not
Exactly.
Star Tours?
That was original. That was the original.
Okay, there you
Yeah.
go.
Now-
See, still one like now it's just Star
Now it's
Tours.
just you're in the Quinjet.
Yeah.
Now you're in the
And
Quinjet.
that's fine with me. 'Cause
Yeah.
And
again,
how
like,
long do you think the line is gonna be for that one?
Oh, I mean, dude, we saw how bad it was for Spider-Man.
I know.
80 minutes,
It's
2 hours,
it's gonna
4
spit
hours.
out towards what's called Guardians of the Galaxy, and then just
Yeah.
intermingle there, and then you're gonna think you're in line for the ride, and just end up at Hank Pym's with a. I didn't want this pretzel.
I want to go the ride. No, I think the line's probably going to go towards the other way, towards Doctor Strange's area, and then all the way that way. So it's just kind of spreads out that way. I think it's going to be cool.
Again, since if that's gonna be the format, then the ride will last forever because they could always plug in new scenes, new paths. All right.
That's what they do with Star Tours right now.
Awesome.
So hopefully we can get that. So I'm excited about that. That gives them a third ride in the land. Because I know that it's one of the smallest lands in the park, but at least they're trying to make it work.
Okay.
So I'm excited about
So
that.
speaking of Hank Pym's kitchen, you already know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
You already know.
Okay.
The chicken sandwich that they have is probably the worst chicken sandwich I've ever had in my life.
didn't like it.
No.
Yes. Yes.
You didn't like it.
I did not like it at all. One of the
You
reasons
talk
why I
about
got
the big one that's just a patty with a little thing.
Yeah, with a little bun.
Yeah.
Now, one of the reasons why I got a pass is because of the food. You know that because I
Yeah.
like going on food adventures.
Right.
You know, and I've always seen that post on Instagram. And I'm
gotta
like,
get
you know,
that
I gotta
sandwich.
get it.
Yeah.
Once I got it, I'm like,
This is dry as fuck.
It was.
I had to go. Like I got it once, and I had to go. Like, can I have more sweet chili sauce? I have like 3 of them.
You know what I did though?
I dipped it in my pretzel cheese.
Oh, nice.
What
That's
I did,
really good.
What I did was, I went to Bengal barbecue first, so I had extra sauces onto the side, and I used that.
Hey, any port in the storm.
Yeah.
I had to. I couldn't finish the sandwich without it.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, I like this food there, but it's all gravy. It's all gravy. So we're gonna close this chapter for the MCU chapter part right now. We'll be right back with our second segment, which will be a different perspective.
A different perspective.
A different perspective. Coming back, baby.
Took my job.
We'll be right back, guys.
Restaurants are firing us because the future.
Alright, guys. Thank you guys for listening to the Mousetopia and watching the Mousetopia podcast. Real quick, if you guys want to follow us, you can follow Variant E at _Jintoki_ on Instagram. You can follow Jonas, which is fake British accent. That's exactly how you said it. Fake British accent put together on Instagram. And of course, follow us, the Mousetopia podcast, Mousetopia _ENT on Instagram. Thank you guys for listening. We are back right now. We are back.
Do you got a timer set for?
Different Perspective is brought to us by my boy Jonas. Jonas, take it away.
So, at our work, I always make small talk with our security guards when we come in. Some more than others, and especially this gentleman that we have on the phone. His name is Alex, and we talk Marvel. We talk just basic nerd shit, you know. Now, the newest Marvel show came out, She-Hulk. And as soon as it came out, Alex was very adamant about me watching it. And I was like, oh, I haven't seen it yet, but I'll get to it. And I hadn't had the chance to get to it, but every time I saw him, he would update me on what's been going on with it. And basically trying to sell it to me, but also adamantly defending it. Now, I haven't seen the show, but I've seen a lot on social media about the negative criticisms. And Alex, he's a huge proponent of not just the show, but the comic book, and that's why he felt the need to defend it. So I wanted to bring him on so we could discuss the show.
Bring on Alex.
We can bring on like his experience. So first off, Alex.
Actually, wait, sorry guys. Via satellite, I guess we'll say.
Yeah, via
satellite. Because Rick's coming in.
He's not here.
He's calling in right now. What up, Alex? What's going on, brother? What are you doing tonight?
Pretty good. Actually, right before this, I was actually reading one of the new She-Hulk issues.
Oh, nice.
That just came out this year.
See, we like that you read comics, and you know, I actually talked to him before about, I think, Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
And he was telling about where that show. No, it was Multiverse of Madness, and he was telling about what can happen then. So I like that. Just like Eric, since you guys know the comics, you could guide us in the direction of where these shows and movies are going. So you're reading the comic, and well, is the comic aware that there's a TV show? Does that make sense? Like it was
So with this comic right now, it's a She-Hulk issue number 1, 2022. So this one is just, I guess it restarts her story, but not like where she's restarting, getting like the transfusion and all that stuff. It starts off after like the Avengers have disassembled and Fantastic Four have went in their own separate ways.
Where does the TV show fall in that lore, or is it like the TV show is a completely different thing?
That's what I'm thinking too.
Okay, so right now the comics that just came out this year, they don't coincide with the show. Since the show is part of the MCU and these comics are technically not part of the cinematic universe, they're part of their own separate 616.
So you wonder if eventually they're gonna, because I mean it is breaking that fourth wall. So you're wondering, like, is that your phone?
That's my phone.
So if you're breaking that fourth wall, eventually it could happen because they're Marvel's so famous for doing that. With Deadpool and with She-Hulk. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So with that being said, I mean it should be common knowledge. Everybody knows that She-Hulk originally was the only one that broke the fourth wall until Deadpool was created.
That's right. Mic drop, baby. Mic drop on that. That's true.
One of the first ones into comics. She used to run through the pages when it comes to ads, and back then that was in the 90s. It was pretty cool. So you never really see that back in the 90s.
So as part of the criticisms towards the show has been this fourth wall breaking, but you told me, Alex, that this is spot on. And again, Eric said the same thing. When in the show, is it handled in a way where it's unexpected, or is it like, hey, here's a wink to the fans of the comic? Like
so since it's in the cinematic universe, so you think of it how Deadpool, when Deadpool does it, he cuts and stops everything. And then continues. Or sometimes when he's about to do a joke, he looks at the camera as it's about to happen. In She-Hulk, the way they're doing it in the cinema and this MCU, basically it's almost like that, except they're not stopping it. Most of her like fourth wall breaks is as she's walking or she's at her desk typing, or she'll say one thing that'll pop out and it's like out of the ordinary, but it fits.
Well, The funny thing is that, you know, we keep going back to Deadpool, but Deadpool wasn't part of the MCU. Only until recently, or you know.
Yeah, exactly. It was a Fox property.
This is the first time that the Disney MCU fans are privy to this kind of, you know, like self-referential humor.
Yes.
But all right, as far as the criticisms about it,
So most of the criticism about it was the fact that she wasn't as tall or she wasn't as muscular.
What the? Oh man, she should be. Oh wait, all right. She looks pretty big. She looks like 7'9". I don't know how tall is she supposed to be.
I think because in the show, she does make like a kind of a thing called a Tinder profile. It's not like Tinder, but it is like Tinder in the show.
Yeah.
And I think what she put as the height was like I think 7'2" or 7'5".
Oh,
okay.
what a shrimp! Oh my god.
Yeah.
So,
well, all right, but let's go back. So you like the show?
oh yeah, no. So far, I'm liking the show because they're doing exactly how the comics would have done it.
All right.
Now, let me. I wanted to ask Alex a question though. So, since you've been reading She-Hulk, though, is She-Hulk? Well, I'm gonna get to know a little bit more about you. Who is? Since we asked this question for all our comic book peeps, who do you like a lot in the comic books?
Who's
is
your
it?
favorite superhero?
Yeah. First off, is it Marvel or DC?
I'm a Marvel man all the way. I used to be DC, but I mean they're kind of
Sorry, Eric.
Yeah.
Face.
I'm like,
Eric's making that face. Yeah, he's a DC guy.
I've never
I don't like
met a
Alex
fellow-
anymore.
I've never met a fellow DC fan. That's why it's all Marvel.
He could talk about, well, how'd you fall off on DC? What books did you follow in DC before you gave up?
So the books that I was following in DC was The Flash and Superman.
Okay. In what era? Was it the New 52? It was like prior to that?
It was Earth. It was Standard Earth 1.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So what is that, Eric? Because I'm not a big, I'm not familiar with that.
It's like a separate storyline.
A separate storyline, okay.
Yeah.
And then it just became tiresome, or you were just a Marvel book came out that you just were drawn to. Like, how does one make the switch?
Because I know that a lot of comic book fans, they get tired with DC because they keep resetting. They keep resetting. They go back to number one, and when they go, like he talked about, like with She-Hulk number one, they don't necessarily reset or restart the story. It's a new storyline. It's just a new issue, and the reason why they do that each time when there's a new show coming out under the MCU is because they want to take advantage of the fact that there's a new show.
Oh, right. Okay. And they make something more accessible for new readers.
Yes, exactly. Right. They've done that with the Guardians of the Galaxy. There was no Guardians of the Galaxy comic books that were out, as far as I know it, by the time that the movie came out.
Got it.
And then all of a sudden they came out with new issues.
Got it.
So they just use it as a a slingshot.
The hook.
Yeah,
that brings up a good question. All right.
So I started off reading Flash and Superman and all that stuff, but it just got repetitive. The first comic I actually picked up from Marvel was a Thor comic.
Oh,
it was the Mighty Thor issue number 1.
Oh,
so the Mighty Thor, is that the Lady Thor, right?
Is that the one where he was missing an arm, right?
It was where he's missing an arm, and he loses worthiness. And, Jane Foster takes over.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not even. So it's not like the movie that we saw, like Thor: Love and Thunder. And that's the one I was talking about when we talked about Thor: Love and Thunder before. Was that he's not worthy of becoming Thor anymore, and she takes over.
Hey, you know what's kind of cool? Like one of my longest conversations with Alex before was about Love and Thunder, and now that I know that was like the genesis of your Marvel fanhood, it's so I could see that you're very protective of them. Like, and I saw that especially with She-Hulk. Now. So again, I didn't get a chance to watch the show, and then I come to work one morning, and I see him. He's like, "Did you watch the new episode?" And I didn't see the new episode. I saw clips all over social media of her twerking with Megan Thee Stallion. And then I said this very specifically to Alex. I said, and I saw that, I don't know, and you saw fire light in Alex's eyes. I saw like I could tell he was
I
about
went on to tell him no, that was not part of the thing. It's taken as a joke.
Yeah, I actually watched that episode today, and you're right. It's just it's such a joke. It shouldn't be taken seriously. It's just an after credit scene, but for some reason it got blown up in social media.
It's not out of her character.
Yeah,
right.
It's still, and that's what I later felt back, because after he had the impassioned pleas, like, this is how she is. She's silly, kind of sexy, but then it should be. This is the nature of the comic, and
she's very sexual in the comics.
It's one of those things where, like, all right, and I think I made a comment like this before about how when some people don't like comic movies, it's because they're too much like the comics, and comics are not made to be accessible by movie watchers.
Right.
Yeah, that's why even the MCU tries hard. They cut out a lot of things. They switch things around.
Yeah.
So for a comic fan to be like, yeah, no, I fully support that, because that's just like how she is in the comics. Then I felt bad for even making that comic. Like, I walked up and I was like, oh fuck, I feel like a goddamn poser.
Yeah, but there's a lot of times where she's overly sexual, and then she even breaks the fourth wall talking about how that's all men want from women, and she's doing it the same right here in the She-Hulk Attorney at Law series.
I mean, like,
doing it a different way.
A big part of the original trailer that stuck out to me was her going on a bunch of dates. And then the trailer ended with her carrying a handsome man into her bedroom. And
by the way, that episode came out, I think, 2 weeks ago, and the best thing about that was he was your standard Tinder boy that just goes on and looking for people to have one night stands with.
Pretty much.
Even heroes gotta get theirs.
So here's my question to you, though. Are you a fan of the Hulk lore, or just She-Hulk, just the character She-Hulk herself?
So originally, I picked up Thor. After reading Thor, I read one of the comics where Thor fought Hulk, and I got interested in Hulk. And then the Hulk movies came out.
Yeah.
So then I got more into the Hulk and found out that that Hulk isn't just gamma radiation in the comics. It's literally a god.
Yeah, he's
Hulk's a god?
The current iteration or current explanation is I think he's created by the one below all, right? Which is basically the one above all.
And every time he dies, he gets brought back. He finds that person and they brings him back.
Wait, but then where does Bruce Banner come in?
So Bruce Banner was the Bruce Banner is the scientist and everything. The gamma radiation that he got hit with, it changed his body, but it also it's like he's the god of like gamma radiation and like destructiveness with Hulk and stuff. He becomes an avatar for that god.
So then the god uses the gamma radiated Bruce Banner to possess him, basically.
Yeah, kind of, basically.
Oh, kind of like Moon Knight in the sense, like like
it's so weird because they've changed Hulk's story, I think, like 3 times.
Yeah.
She-Hulk's story's been changed a couple times. There's one, I forgot what issue it was. It was an older issue of She-Hulk where she basically is about to die. Banner gives her a blood transfusion. She dies, but then comes back as Savage She-Hulk.
Savage.
Unable to control.
This was, I think this was when she got killed or almost killed by Thanos, right?
No, this was the one that was by Trask.
Okay.
Where she was doing an investigation on Trask, and she lied about having evidence, and then he came with his goons and had her beaten to death.
Okay.
Oh damn.
So I have my only experience with She-Hulk is during Art Adams' run on Fantastic Four, like long time ago, like, oh my god, it's probably older than you, Eric. But she was a member of Fantastic Four for a bit when she had the purple and white jumpsuit. But then I saw her pop up in Old Man Logan.
The comic book? The comic book?
Yeah. And then I was talking a little bit with Alex about this, because in Old Man Logan, She-Hulk and her cousin, the Hulk, get it on.
And they have kids.
Crazy redneck.
Okay, yeah, so
Hulkbillies,
regarding that,
right?
so that's when Hulk, like it's the uncontrollable version of Hulk. He's looking to mate, and he finds his cousin Jen Walters, and he chooses her to mate, and that's how they make the Hulklings.
Yeah, and the Hulklings are terrible, terrible people. Well, Hulks. But then didn't you tell me that they made a joke about that in the show?
Yes, in the show when they're meditating, and she says something sexual towards Bruce Banner as Smart Hulk, and he says, "Ew, I'm your cousin."
Hey man, you know, I mean, sometimes you gotta make them Hulklings, right?
So speaking of Hulk, though, Hulk,
he totally makes a joke saying, he's like, she makes a joke, and then Banner's like, "Jen, I'm your cousin."
Yeah.
No.
So speaking of Hulk, how do you like the way that he's being presented in the MCU?
Oh, that's been a big thing.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I see all these memes that show the first Hulk movie.
Yes.
The Louis Leterrier one. Not even the Ang Lee one, the Louis Leterrier one.
Yeah.
Then cutting to him doing yoga, and they're saying that like, oh no, what they do to our Hulk.
Yes.
All right.
So everybody is complaining about the new Hulk, which is Professor Hulk or Smart Hulk. Everybody's complaining, but the thing is that they don't realize if they didn't read the comics, because most of these people that are complaining about him have never read a Hulk comic. They just want him to smash and destroy and repeat. But most of us are getting tired of seeing that smash, destroy, repeat. We want new content.
Okay.
So we got Smart Hulk, and in the comics, Smart Hulk is recognized. He's Smart Hulk for a time being until I think eventually it stops because Bruce Banner has split personality disorder. That's why it's him and the Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
So he has DID. So that's why also it's explained when she first becomes Hulk, she doesn't have another person. That's why she's able to control it, because she doesn't have DID.
It's just her.
Yeah.
I think my only gripe with the Hulk, the way that he's being presented in the MCU, is that he's very, aside from him very nerfed, he's lost. I think he's lost every fight that he's been on.
Yeah.
Well, when he lost Thanos, it was their way of showing how strong Thanos was.
No, not Thanos, but everybody else. He lost it for. No, that's true.
He smacked Surtur in the face and was about to beat up Surtur.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So,
Big monster.
So again, I specifically wanted Alex to be on the show because he loves comics. He is a nerd. But we just found something out very recently, and someone is going to have a new job soon.
Yeah. Tell us about it, Alex.
Tell us about it, Alex.
Oosey juicy.
Yes, I'm going to be starting my time at Disney.
Disney? What's Disney?
What is that?
What's
Disney?
Disney?
Here's the thing.
I'm going to be starting at Disneyland in Disneyland, California.
Nice. So you're going to be at the front. So we definitely want you back on the show after you had some time there, because we will want that perspective. Because I was just telling the guys right now, it's like Alex works PM, he works Knox, sometimes it's even the day, but this is Disney.
Yeah.
this is nonstop.
There's some stories that people talk about during the night, and I'm about to go find them.
I want to see. We want to hear stories. We want to hear about the crazy shit you find in bags. We want you to walk us in. Just walk past the line. Shut up. Shh.
Yeah,
Put us in handcuffs real quick.
The whole rundown.
Yeah, but again, hey, thank you for being on the show, sir. It was a big rush. It was kind of down to the wire, but hey, I'll tell you this: he almost didn't make it because he had to escort someone off our property.
Somebody didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
This guy was kind of giving me a hard time.
No HIPAA, no names.
Yeah, I had to kind of puff up like the Hulk and get him to go.
Hey,
That's right.
There
So
you go.
you gotta do,
It's
man.
inner Hulk. now twerk.
I had to get in there, and I told him, hey, bro, if you don't go, I gotta smash.
All right. So here's a question: how many episodes is She-Hulk gonna have?
Oh, I don't know. They said it's more than the traditional 6. I think they said 8, maybe?
Is it 8?
I think we have 5 right now.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna go up to 8. or 9, and then come back in as a season 2 after a couple more stuff comes out.
Okay. Right. Do you have any predictions, like for the ending of the show?
Be careful. I'm gonna, because my pledge is I am gonna catch up with the show.
No,
so this is no spoilers.
Yeah, it's not. It's not really a spoiler, but it's just a prediction. Like, what would you want to want to happen?
They are bringing back the guy. Remember from Incredible Hulk with like when he fights Abomination?
Yeah, yeah. Tim Roth.
You know the guy who's trying to help Bruce become. Well,
they're trying to take away the Hulk, right?
Yeah,
Mr. Blue.
So he still had. So he when he got hit in his head and Bruce's blood went into his system. He was supposed to play the leader in the next Hulk movie.
The leader,
big brain leader.
The leader, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And he's basically a Hulk with a big brain instead of a big body.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
And he's been confirmed to come back as the leader.
Okay.
So this is in for the long haul, then.
Yeah, the long haul.
I got a feeling that the leader is behind the some stuff that's been going on in She-Hulk.
Well, as long again, I love Hulk. I love Smart Hulk, but I hope it doesn't turn into the Hulk show. Right?
They kind of addressed that a little bit on the show.
There's a comic. I forgot the name of it, but they introduced this little misfit group that always gets their butts handed to them called the Wrecking Crew.
Yeah, and I saw that another complaint was how they made the Wrecking Crew look in the show versus the. See, these are all like I'm starting to bring up all these negative things, but that's all I've been hearing. All these negative things. So
but the thing the reason why they put them like that is because the Wrecking Crew really isn't bad guys. They're just ne'er-do-wells that constantly do bidding for different people that pay them. So the way that they had them in the show, I kind of laughed at it because I was like, oh, hey, it's the Wrecking Crew.
Let's laugh at them.
And the way they set them up, I know. I don't want to ruin it too much for you, but they're different in the comic book. Let's just say that they're different than what we get in the show.
Like if you ever want to look up the Wrecking Crew, read about them, and then look at how they're portrayed, and then you just watch the show and you'll have a little laugh.
Spot on. All right, Alex. Thank you for being a guest. Thank you for being our different perspective.
Anytime. I appreciate you guys.
Like I said, we're gonna have you back. We'll talk. We'll talk your new job. We'll talk the rest of She-Hulk. But until then, you stay safe out there, sir.
All right, and you guys have a wonderful night.
Thanks, Alex. You too, brother. Have a good night, man. Be safe out there. A little round of applause for Alex. All right, guys. That's awesome. And then we're going to be right back after this commercial break. We'll see ya.
See ya.
Hey, guys. Do you guys like podcasts? Have you ever wondered about Mexican superstitions, crazy sexual fetishes, or wanting to ever know about Japan? You're in luck. I have two brothers, Carlos El Guapo Flores and his brother Fernando, bringing you some awesome topics on their podcast, Love, Death, and Tacos. You can find them wherever you listen to your podcasts.
YouTube.
Yeah, but I mean,
I gotta wait them 4 hours. No, I'm good.
All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Before we get continue on, we want to say thank you to Alex.
Thanks again, buddy.
Future awesome security guard for Disney. Take us to the back seats.
Hey, Alex, could we go into Walt's apartment? I gotta take a shit.
You know what? I forgot to ask him though. I mean, She-Hulk's not his favorite character though, is it?
I mean, the question that Eric asked him was what did you if you're he was, it looked like he was about to ask him that question. Then he went off with if you're Marvel or DC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but he told us that that's what he's currently reading.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that's really up there. Yeah. I mean, usually your favorite character is who you're following at the moment, but I think
he's pretty adamant, knows about what She-Hulk's going through right now.
You might even ask him. He might say Superman. You know,
we'll save it. Yeah, we'll save it because honestly, we're gonna try to get him back on the show. Hopefully, eventually, get him back on the show. All right, so we're going to continue a little bit about more D23 news, but this time we're going to talk about the parks, the rumor changes, things that are happening, things that are going to happen, things that are maybe going to happen, and things that are long shots. All right. So I know that the two things that are happening by Coastal, and they're finally announced it, and they had actually the model at D23 is The Princess and the Frog reimagining of Splash Mountain on both Walt Disney World
it's nice
and
to finally see some bit of it. Like they let the logo out a few weeks ago, and even that made me excited.
I think it's Tiana's Bayou Adventure, I believe.
But now we found they have the overlay, how it's going to look on the outside. They had a mock-up of one of the features
Which
inside.
won't take too much, I don't think, of the outside.
Yeah.
I think it's more of the inner workings of the ride itself, taking some of the characters from, I forgot the name of the movie that they used.
What, are you talking about Song of the South?
Yeah. The most racist movie of all time?
You forgot it just as a self-defense mechanism.
Exactly.
Like,
I don't want to talk about that. I'll let Jonas talk about it. Let him get...
I love racist movies.
Let him get canceled. Song of the South?
So it's going to happen at both Disney World? Okay.
Disney World and Disneyland. They're both going to have the changes. They're both, yeah. So I'm excited. It's going to be different. I never rode it, to be honest with you. I've never rode Splash Mountain. I'm going to save it for the first day that sucker comes on. And I'm going to go with you guys.
In that case, you know what? You get to say that thing where, like, I love Splash Mountain. I don't care about Song of the South. I'm not racist, guys. But I know that when I ride, and I love Princess and the Frog.
Right.
But I know that I'll be riding Tiana's Bayou Adventure and think about, well, that's where Bear Rabbit used to be.
Yeah,
that's where the fox used to be. That's where the bear was getting.
That's where the crows used to be. Yeah.
So I'll have that little air of like, fuck this.
So that's what I'm thinking. Should I ride it before?
You should ride it before. I'll tell you what. I've never been on it too.
What the fuck, man? Come on.
You know the thing that sucks about being wet at Disneyland. I hate being wet at Disneyland. The chafing, man. I hate that shit.
Just
the
bring
wet
extra
clothes.
clothes.
They sell the ponchos, but all right.
Let's bring our own ponchos.
I'm gonna demystify it. You don't get that wet. You get wet. You get wet, but not to the point where like, oh gosh, I'm squishing through.
Because I hate wet butt and I hate squishy feet.
I mean, I think it also depends on like how many people in the car.
I'm gonna take my Crocs and then just wear no socks and then just go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care about wet clothes. I care about wet shoes. Yeah, but I always wear flip flops or Crocs to Disneyland anyway. I thought that it was gonna be sticking around over in Florida. Yeah, just like how Tower of Terror is.
No, they're working on both of them. I think it's the same thing. Like. Racism.
Well, I guess it makes more sense for it to be over there because that's near Mississippi and the bayou and shit.
I think it would go a longer way over there, I think, to be honest with you. And then they're bringing the restaurant to New Orleans Square.
That's going to make me happy.
And it's been there. It's actually had little like rumors of it. It's right next to Club 33. Right next to Blue Bayou, maybe like a store down.
You see the signs right now. It says something spicy is happening here.
Something sweet or whatever. And it's like, what?
So it's going to be Tiana's place?
Tiana's place.
Okay.
Awesome. So Tiana's restaurant. So that's pretty cool. So we're actually getting a lot more restaurants. You think about it, we have the French Quarter, Cafe Orleans. I don't know if hers is going to be a sit-down restaurant or a fast pickup type of restaurant.
I want it to be a place where I'm sitting there and all of a sudden alligators start dancing around me playing trumpets. If I don't see no fucking alligators playing trumpets, I'm gonna burn that place down.
I wish and I hope.
Damn, you hear me, Disney?
Sorry, Disney, we're not involved with that one.
Alligators!
I'm hoping it's a little bit like the Jazz Kitchen, where they have like either a piano or a band that plays once in a while. I think that'd be pretty cool. So you can pull the band that plays at the French Quarter, bring them in there. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Speaking of the Jazz Kitchen, my wife showed me this. I don't know if it was serious or not, but they're remodeling the Jazz Kitchen to make it look like a fucking iPhone.
That's what it looks like.
It looks like an Apple
very
store.
Modern store. Like it's like a white, almost like a whitish facade. With orange, right? Like orangey kind of a banners or something like that.
The Jazz Kitchen. I
love the Jazz Kitchen.
I guess if I could go inside to it's a little piece of New Orleans Square right outside in downtown Disney. But come on, do they just want to match what the fuck Splitsville? Because that modern aesthetic.
I hate that.
All right.
I hate that because that's what gave it the personality. Just like Tortilla Joe's in a sense has that personality of like kind of like a Mexican, but not really.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So if they really do that to the Jazz Kitchen, then Tiana's place, you better.
I hope they keep that theming, that whole New Orleans theming. I think that would be pretty awesome.
Or I'm gonna burn it down.
Did you ever see The Princess and the Frog?
No.
Wow.
You haven't? Never seen it.
It's pretty monumental for several reasons. One, of course, first black Disney princess, but also last hand-drawn animated feature.
Oh, is it?
The very last one. Wow. And it's it's really good.
And I like
what year did it come out? Do you remember what year it came out?
I think 99. I can't remember. It was after Toy Story.
Yeah,
it was after.
Okay.
But yeah, the villain is great, Dr. Facilier. I've been wanting to cosplay as him.
I think you can pull it off.
I'm holding a top hat right now.
Yeah.
But wait, no, I can't. You know why? Cultural appropriation.
Damn.
I'm not Creole.
No. Come on.
But you're cosplaying.
Let's, I don't want to talk about it, but I do want to talk about it.
Talk about it.
Because we just got dropped. I didn't want to talk about the movies because we'll talk about that another day. The Little Mermaid trailer.
Yeah. All right.
If you want to talk about cultural appropriation.
Okay. All right. This thing got kind of heavy. I'll say this. She could sing.
Yes.
I love how the ocean looks.
Yes.
Yes. The Little Mermaid in my memory is a redhead white girl,
skin.
But I don't care.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna let this stand on its own. Some of the fucking comments I've seen on social media about this, it's just horrifying.
Yeah.
Like the biggest one that I've seen, and I've seen many variations of this, was, what would you guys do if we recast Mulan as a white blonde Danish woman? And the answer is this. No, Mulan is supposed to be Chinese.
Right.
Little Mermaid is a fictional creature.
Yes.
We don't know if they're black. We don't know if they're redheads.
They never said if they're from the Danish Sea or the English Sea or any of those seas. She's from the ocean.
Yeah.
So
the argument was that since it's a Danish story, then she should be white.
Okay.
But then again, not about a Danish person.
Right.
About a mermaid.
It's just a story.
She has good singing voice. Seeing the imagery, seeing how her tail looks, flippy. I was like, that looks really awesome. So
I don't know. I'm excited. It's another iteration of the live action movies. I mean,
ultimately the live action movies, and I'll say this. I don't give a fuck. I still have the cartoons. Some of the live action movies I enjoyed. Some I just watched once just to get over with. Right?
Like, what's your favorite live action?
My favorite one of all of them, probably either Jungle Book, or Lion King.
Okay.
Yeah, the early ones, the ones with no humans.
Yeah.
I just watched Pinocchio. We were talking to Eric about it, and I enjoyed it. He was saying that Pinocchio is one of his favorite Disney cartoons.
Like when I was growing up, yeah.
Yeah, so I warned him that he might not like it.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Well, no, not because it's bad, just because it's unnecessary.
It changes a couple of things here and there.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, but I'm not the biggest Pinocchio fan.
What's your favorite live action?
I'm not really a big fan of the live action versions, but if I have to choose, I would say Aladdin. Speaking of Aladdin, the cartoon, you have to start watching that too.
Oh my god! Freaking Eric thinks that I have not watched any of these cartoon movies. I like them the most. I swear to God.
I love Aladdin.
Like the other day we were at Disneyland. The day that you revealed the logo to us, right? We were walking around Disneyland, and this one was all like I think they were playing the song in the background. I said, "Oh, I think that's the Lion King." He's like, he comes closer and he's like, "You gotta watch that." And I was like, "Shut up, fool! Like, get out of here."
It's a good movie. You should watch it.
I'm thinking about Aladdin. I enjoyed it, but the thing that sticks out to me the most is how awesome the genie scenes were. Because it was a fully CG Will Smith.
Yes, it was.
And that was a tall order to follow Robin Williams, but I think he did a good job.
He did a pretty good job.
I guess this doesn't count as a remake, but Maleficent.
Yeah.
And I didn't count that because that is a standalone movie.
Yeah, it is.
But I really love Maleficent.
I did like it a lot. I love that movie, actually, to be honest with you. One of my favorite live action for me. was Maleficent.
Okay. Snow White's coming out.
Mm-hmm. That's another one that we get
now.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, sorry guys. She's not a female. She's a dog now.
I could deal with Black Little Mermaid, but not Latina Snow White.
No.
God damn it!
Did she use the Aquanet in her hair? What the hell?
So
go back to the Disney park.
I'm sorry, that's a long digression.
Oh my god! Okay,
we don't script this, guys.
Yeah, we script this, guys.
And you know what? Now that we're not videotaping it, we're untethered.
Yeah. You can stop us.
Right.
Do whatever we want.
Right, let's go back on track.
So we're going back to Walt Disney World. The ride is practically done, but they're still doing a lot of test runs for it. It's supposed to open, I believe, spring of next year, which will be Tron, the Light Cycle Coaster ride.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping by then Eric and I will be able to partake in it next time we go in October.
Yeah. I just love that I don't have to go to Beijing. Because I watched ride-throughs of Beijing ride, and I was like, that looks so fucking fun.
Yeah.
I am never going to go to Beijing.
I know.
Is it Beijing or Shanghai? I don't know.
Shanghai.
Yeah.
But yeah, that ride, it's going to be pretty cool. And you know what I was thinking? Because I know that Disney will never get rid of the Carousel of Progress that we have on our side. I don't know what they're eventually going to do with it. It's been there for freaking years. I think they should tear it down and put another ride there. I was thinking, why don't we have dueling Tron coaster?
That would be cool.
Wouldn't it be cool? Think about it this way.
But that's not enough room.
Listen to me, Disney. We got two coasters, not just one. Two coasters side by side, just like the Cars ride. One blue, run red, going over each other, around each other, back and forth, and then they alternate who wins. I think that'd be badass.
But and again, it would be. But here's where it would be crawling over harbor.
That's true. That's true because it's a big ride.
It's a big ride. Huge ride.
I would have to go over the pond into Autopia, bring it back by Matterhorn.
Yeah, or it would have to take out the corporate buildings. Like, you know how when you pass by, you pass by in Ball, you'll see like these iridescent green buildings. Mm-hmm. That's the offices. They could put that there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's always been the failure of Disneyland. There's only so much room.
Mm-hmm. That's so sad.
Runaway Railway. Well, we knew about that.
So we knew that. So yeah, Toontown, that should be opening up, I think, 2023.
It's coming up.
Yeah, that's coming up.
But then a lot of changes to Toontown in general. Mm-hmm. There's gonna be some new restaurants. There's gonna be some new theming. That's gonna be fun.
Eric's a restaurant.
Yeah, like Goofy has a place now.
But then I heard that this ride as well, even the queue line, is going to be different than the one from the East Coast. So they're going to try to keep it to us. I have no idea, but I think the queue is going to be completely different on our side than it is their side. So I'm like, okay,
you know what would be a good different perspective to have when that all opens up again? Original Eric. Because I know that Toontown meant a lot to him.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, so I want to see him go through the new Toontown and come back like, you know what? Fuck that!
It's a bullshit.
My childhood.
So come on,
cool.
Come on, original.
Yeah, go on, original Eric.
Come on, original E.
Summer of 2023, we'll get you in, man. We'll book you in.
Yeah, we'll book you.
All right, what else we got?
So I know that these are now we're going into like the rumor category. And well, actually, no, there's not. There's one more. There's one more that's been approved. I guess I believe it's an Epcot, and it's gonna be a Moana ride.
Oh no, that's not a rumor. That's happening.
That's true. That's happening. Yeah, the Moana ride.
Okay.
It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a lot like the Frozen ride.
Yeah.
So just you're on a boat, and then face projections, and
the way that you walk into it, you kind of like walk by the. I guess Mother Earth, or I don't know what they call her in the movie.
Tafiti.
Thank you.
Yeah. And it's like 14 feet tall.
Yeah, it's huge. It's like, it looks beautiful. So. It's pretty badass, man. I think that one's going to be really cool to be a sleeper.
I would say Moana is my all-time favorite Disney movie. Oh. Yeah, it's up there with Lion King.
He loves Moana.
I love Moana.
Oh, I love Moana.
That's all I'm even though I'm not. Cultural appropriation.
Honestly, just that whole scene where she walks up to the lava face one and then touch who you really are, and then she turns into Tafiti. I'm like,
you did it! It was her all along.
She was just angry at us. The rumors happen to be that I believe they're going to be expanding. Well, I know that they're going to be working on Big Thunder Mountain in Walt Disney World to incorporate, because they don't have the pyrotechnics and all that beautiful stuff that we do on ours.
Yeah.
But they're supposed to expand it a little bit. Exactly.
But that's the end of it, right? They're not going to try and theme
No. But they're thinking of bringing the 3 movies that have been so popular in a lot lately: Encanto ride,
an Encanto ride,
and Land.
Land, maybe.
Encanto Land.
But what's the Encanto ride?
They haven't really specified it about it.
Is it going to be
But I think it's going to be.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a combination of a Latino theme. So we're talking about Encanto and Coco.
Actually, you know what? All right, if we're talking about a ride, I just had an idea that would be kind of cool, and I would be in on this. It would a haunted mansion, except you just go through La Casita.
Oh,
you know, like that would be really cool to see at one. And then you travel through all the different variations of each room. Like you go into the little boy's room and you're in a jungle. Then you go into Bruno's room and there's a bunch of sand. All right, I want that rumor to be true. I just watched rewatched Coco last night, and oh god, that movie's so good. Did you didn't see it?
Coco's really good.
Go watch it. Go watch it.
You have not seen Coco yet?
I have not seen Coco.
What is wrong with
I've seen Encanto. You haven't seen
Encanto? God damn it. All right. Well, okay, actually.
He also hasn't seen Aladdin and Lion King.
He hasn't seen Little Mermaid.
Whatever. Get out of here.
He's like, I don't even like Disney.
What are we doing this podcast for? I don't care. I just care about Marvel. Oh my god.
Okay.
That's been the biggest running gag that we've had, like, in a while, like, even at work.
I know.
Like, you've never even seen Lion King.
It pissed me out because we were singing Disney songs one day, and he's like, "You don't even know that movie." I'm like, "Shut the fuck up."
Hey Tony, who's your favorite Disney character? Oh, Michael Mouse.
You love Michael Mouse?
Michael Mouse is my favorite. All right.
We're just so the Coco ride says shut up.
We're just bullying.
I know. Journey to the Land of the Dead.
Okay.
I like that. That
so
concept.
you go over the Dandelion Bridge,
which I think would be super dope.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of, I guess,
and then run to Frida Kahlo. Oh, real quick, have you been seeing footage of Ernesto de la Cruz at the
Yes.
Boogie Bash? All right, so just seeing how he looks made me regret not going to Boogie Bash. He looks fucking awesome.
He looks so amazing.
Creepy because it's a mixture of prosthetics and makeup, but he has a big crazy skeleton jaw, and he just sings there. He stands on stage with his guitar, the classic guitar, and just sings at people. Oh man,
that looks really. I wish I would have.
All right, real quick. I know this episode won't be out in time. Hopefully it is. But if anyone's listening to me right now and it's not Halloween yet, and you have tickets to Boogie Bash, I will do anything.
And one of your people don't go. Invite Jonas.
Yeah, just let me. I could just I can be your child, your husband, lover, wife.
All of the above.
Foot rubber, any rubber you want.
So, is there anything else to add before we close it up?
You know what? No, I was looking at other things right now. I haven't seen too much in the sense of like. I know that DCA was the Avengers thing that we talked about. Yeah. I know that not ride related, but they're already doing it. Paradise Pier Hotel is turning into the Pixar Pier Hotel now.
Oh, and they're well, I know there's a Toy Story hotel in Japan.
I think so.
So they're the hotel. So they're just going to retheme everything to be Pixar.
I know there's some more changes to the other lands. I don't have that information right now. The Tokyo to Sea Disney Tokyo Sea has a lot come to it, as well as the regular Tokyo Disney. There's a lot going on, but I know for the parks that at least we're going to be able to go to, those are the changes that are happening right now per se. Hopefully, we get to know more information from that perspective. I am excited though for Avengers Campus and the prospect. Hoping for the prospect of something working out.
It has to realize its full potential because I enjoy being there, but it is a little thin.
Yeah, and then you just wondering like that Hollywood backlot area. I think that's just another wasted space.
Well, okay, so they have that. All right, directly next to Tower Terror. Guardians of the Galaxy is, of course, Hyperion Theater, but there's no show there right now.
No.
So maybe they could turn into like a Marvel stage stunt show.
Which would be Rogers the Musical. I would watch that.
Right.
I would watch that.
That'd be
They had
great.
that at D23, and people were going crazy. They said they loved it.
All right.
I think that would be pretty cool if they had the Rogers the Musical, maybe just a couple of songs from them.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good idea.
But that's a lot. Well, because I do like that main street, but then just push Marvel a little bit more that way.
Yeah.
Just stop right at.
There is something about walking into the hub of DCA, right by the fountain, looking to your left down Hollywood Boulevard, and seeing it lit up like lights. I love that.
I love it.
I just wish that it had a little bit more, just more substance in the middle of it. I know it has that kid show. I forgot the name of the show. They show all the kids.
Disney Junior live on
Disney Junior
stage.
live on stage.
Disney Junior live on stage.
You know what I've been wanting to do, and I've been seeing more videos of lately? The Crush. When you meet Crush.
Turtle Talk with Crush.
Yeah,
I
haven't done that yet.
It's so fun.
I see a lot of kids asking him questions.
Is
and
that
stuff like
DCA?
that.
Yeah, it's all right.
I didn't know that.
When you go into the Animation Academy, or have you ever explored that area?
No, I have not.
Well, next time.
You go there on a hot day. Well, it's not. It's cooling down now, but then there's different areas you could go into. There's areas where you could draw. Like there's like little flip books you could make. There's an area. I don't know. It's been closed since COVID, but then you could add your voice to animated clips. So you can see. Like basically, you'll have a clip from Little Mermaid, and then you record your dialogue to voice what's on screen. And then there's Turtle Talk with Crush.
There's also you draw the characters.
Yeah.
So every hour it's a different character.
There's an animator there who teaches you how to draw a certain character step by step. Yeah. So it's always the safe bet where you're like, oh man, I'm too tired of walking. Let's go hang out in this air conditioned room for 40
And it's beautiful
minutes.
because even the waiting room itself,
The main hub.
it's mainly what they're trying to tell you is animation.
Yeah.
So what they'll do is they're going to show you on the TV screens, they're all over the place, different cartoons and how during they'll play one of their best songs or whatever, and they'll be you'll see
It'll be a montage of the character design process, the animation process, all projected
and then all
on the
together
walls.
at the very end and stuff. Yeah, it's really cool. It's really, and then it's the best place for air conditioning.
Oh man, this is exactly the kind of dynamic I like that Eric brings. Where oh wow, they have that.
Yeah,
you get to discover
I told you,
yourself.
I bring the voice of the casuals here in this podcast.
So hopefully we can go one day. We can go and do the art. It's pretty nice. They give you the paper and the pencil.
Okay.
And then the animator will be up on stage, and they have a big old screen, and they're going to be showing you how to if it's Mickey, okay, so you want to do this side to get the face, this to get the ears, and
pop in for Turtle Talk and Crush. They asked for kids kid volunteers, but I think if a grown ass man raises his hand, they'll take him up and then they'll eviscerate you. They'll Crush will start making fun of you nonstop.
Yeah, I think that one time it was I think the guy the kid, or was that a teenager? He asked him. He said to Crush, "Hey, Crush, what's your favorite food?" And then he said something, and he returned it back to the guy. He said turtle soup, and he's all like,
"Oh, I see that."
Quiet.
Yeah, I seen that video.
And then he kind of swam,
towards the corner, right?
He was behind the rock. He was just is he gone yet?
So it's basically some guy with a headset on and motion capture whatever dots. I don't know if he has a headset, but he's just watching everyone in the crowd and then reacting in real time.
Yeah.
All right.
That's pretty cool. I like that. So hopefully we go check that out because I haven't seen that myself yet.
Oh no. Okay.
So to close things out, I just want to send out this teaser again. Episode 30.
Be ready, guys.
Be ready.
Be ready.
Did we decide if that's going to be the start of season 2?
Yes, that'll be the start of season 2. That's a great place to start it.
Mousetopia 2.0.
It's going to be a big episode. It'll have a lot of old and new faces. It's going to be a lot for poor Tony to edit.
That's all right. These two episodes, I'm almost with the other one. It's going to be easier since there's not a lot going on. The videos, Jonas, and all this stuff. It'll be easier for me to still try to bring it on to you guys. And then, but 30 is going to be.
It's the big. Again, I don't want to give away too much, but hopefully it's out by the Day of the Dead.
And it will be. And it shall be. I promise you that.
And hopefully by that time, Eric has seen Coco.
I know. This is the era that you have to watch Coco right now.
Okay, I'll watch Coco. But when it comes out, like when this podcast comes out, it's gonna come out in Phase 6. So fall 2025 anyway. So
2026. All right, guys.
That would hurt.
Let's thank our different perspectives.
Alex, thanks for coming by, man. We really appreciate it.
Uso.
What do you call him?
Uso. Yeah, Us. Yeah. It's like cuz and Samoan.
Damn you, Samoan.
Again, thank you to Jonas for British accent. I got my boy Eric to my right. Very neat. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys for coming back and being the podcast with us. And you guys for listening. I know that no video this time, but really appreciate you guys listening to the podcast. Like I said, I'm still going to put it on YouTube. You guys probably already hearing it right now. Sorry, there's no video. There might be some cutscenes, whatever, but that's it, guys. So sorry. But episode 20, be ready.
No, 30.
30. Oh my God.
30.
20, 30.
Stroke.
Oh my God. All right, guys. I'll let you guys go. Thank you guys for watching and hearing us. You're not really watching us. Have a good night. Fascist! Fascist! You did a great job! You did a great job!
Be sure to bring your death certificate.